We're in our 39th year, and for the bulk of our time, we've been a performing organization and kind of the premier jazz organization in Northeast Ohio. We've commissioned lots and lots of works. We've hired some of Medium's greatest arrangers and greatest players, and they've come into town. And it's only been in the last 5 or 6 years or so that we kind of tilted a little bit more towards doing education. There's clearly a need, and there's clearly support for doing this impactful work.
Having been involved in education throughout my life, wouldn't it be nice to provide students private instruction so when they go into high school, we don't lose them as a creative family, that they can continue on with confidence and they excel in high school. I hope that we can start small and grow.
We have instructors working in the Cleveland School District with music educators in their schools. So these typically right now are the K through 8 buildings. We're working everywhere from introducing the 4th and 5th grade students to starting instruments, to working with late middle schoolers in conjunction with their in-building classroom teacher. So it's a partnership of us coming in once a week or twice a week where we can be that extra set of hands and where we can fill a gap or we can provide both support for the teacher as well as the students.
What the Cleveland Jazz Orchestra does for our school and for our kids is that they really put a spark into what's going on there. There's only so much that I can do. There are many challenges. It's like they breathe life into what's going on. They pick up where I leave off, and then they also sometimes, add a little something that I can pick up with as well.
For me to be a part of this organization and to be able to share music education, jazz education, and performance with students, it's very rewarding because I get to do what I love and I get to inspire students to hopefully love it as well.
The idea of building the sense of community with the students and to walk into the room. Last week I come into the room and one of the students is like smiles and looks at me and like, oh, you're back again. Professional musicians are coming in through the Cleveland Jazz Orchestra and working with them. And that, I think, makes them feel special. I think that's very rewarding, and to be able to feel that and to play with them, to have the community. That's what music is about in the first place. And that's, I think, very rewarding to sit there and be able to make music with them.
The value is that not only do these young people get experience learning an instrument, which is a quite difficult thing to start out on, but they also get the experience of seeing people out in the real world that are a part of this big community of professional musicians. And my hope is that they kind of look up to the CJO musicians as role models and possibilities for their future. The CJO has a really great eclectic mix of professionals. We often showcase or show this way that there's just opportunity.
I think that jazz education, it's not just about the next fancy figure coming out of Cleveland or the next person who's going to blow away New York City. It's also about having this experience as a young person of learning that, one, it's really fun to do stuff at school, and two, you can access these parts of yourself that you didn't know were there and these capacities you didn't know were there, and you can do it with these other people. And it is the Cleveland Jazz Orchestra, and so I think it's our responsibility to offer it as much to people in the urban core. Reaching out to another set of people is going to help to foster that creativity and that liveliness in a new way.